Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk Football. Couldn't get my words out for a second, but it's alright. Let's Talk Football. Another episode. I'm sorry it's coming to you guys so late in the evening. It's currently 9:30 when I'm recording this video. The truth is I've just finished work not so long ago, got home, had something to eat. And obviously I've got to provide for you, for obviously all you legends out there who've obviously been waiting for this video, so I'm bringing it to you now. I will never try to let you guys down, and when I say I'm going to record a video on a certain day, I'll always try my hardest to get it out. And obviously every Monday that's our football. No matter if it was 3 o'clock in the morning or 9:30 at night, I will try my hardest to record a video, get it out for you guys so you can watch it, and obviously have a chat on what I'm about to say. If you talk about Middlesbrough last, there's a big. I've heard some transfer speculations, rumours and whatnot. We're going to discuss Butterby. Obviously, the weekend against Butterby Preston North End and Butterby Bolton, we're going to have a little touch on that. But we talk about obviously the games from the weekend, and there's a lot of shock results, especially the one coming at Barnsley now. I said 2-2 in that game, and I expect Barnsley to run away with it and beat Sunderland 3-0. I was quite shocked by that scoreline in terms of I didn't think Barnsley would obviously penetrate Sunderland as much as, if you want to say that. They absolutely battered Sunderland at the weekend, and I was looking at Sunderland crowd, and they had a fairly big crowd of them. Sunderland had a fairly good team out, I say fairly good, it wasn't good, it was just probably their strongest 11. But they still managed to get beat 3-0 off Barnsley. We've still got to go to Barnsley away. Barnsley's still got to come here. I mean, Barnsley are a good team, but to get beat 3-0 away by Barnsley, I don't know if that's a great result. I mean, it's obviously not a great result, but I mean, you should be at least scoring one past Barnsley, at least. I remember I went to Barnsley, this was years ago. I think the ticket must be somewhere, I'm sure, that one in the far corner. That was when I went to Barnsley, and that was years ago. And I remember we lost the game 2-1, but we still managed to score. Sunderland, disappointing result for them on Saturday. And obviously, we've got international break now. Obviously, it's not the greatest result. Obviously, not the greatest result as fans or a club, to go in the international break with obviously a defeat happening. But Sunderland need to find a way to bounce back from that. Obviously, Middlesbrough. Obviously, we drew 0-0 with Preston, and we'll touch on that in a minute. Obviously, the other game that happened was obviously Newcastle versus West Ham United, and they obviously beat West Ham 3-0. Again, it was a result that shocked me. I thought West Ham would have put up a bit more of a fight than what they did. I've got a friend that's a West Ham fan. He was asking for Billich's head this early in the season. And what annoys me as well is that I've seen people asking for Monk's head, get Monk out and get Pearson in. And yeah, I'm not having that. Idiots, man. Idiots. Calling for Monk's head. We're only a few games into the season. Don't call for the guy's head. He's just left a bad team in Leeds and come to a great team in Middlesbrough. You're calling for the guy's head. Listen, Monk, okay, he set up wrong against Preston. But the guy's going to find a winning formation. He's going to win, winning tactics, if you like. He's going to come back stronger. So, we've got to have faith in Gary Monk all season, and believe they can bring the best to this football club, which I believe he will, especially this season. He's got to get used to his first starting 11. The side he picked on Saturday was atrocious. That was not his best starting 11. You don't have, you had Fabio left mid and Baker right mid, and I said it in my interview on Butterfan TV. It was a wrong lineup. Art attacks in the stands. I've had a lot of people say that interview was quite funny when I said about the heart attack in the stands. If you haven't checked it out, go check out Butterfan TV and look for the interview and watch it. I've had a few people message me. I've had a few people ring me up and obviously talk to me in other ways and tell me about that bit and tell me how funny it was. It wasn't even a thing that I was meant to make funny. It was just, it came to me that it literally feels like we're having heart attacks in the stands when Borough are playing that badly. So, very, very frustrating afternoon. Preston came with a game plan, executed the game plan. Their fans went nuts at that final whistle. They could see that they wanted to draw, didn't want to lose to Middlesbrough. So, credit to the fans for travelling down. But, they got a point and they treated it as if they just won a cup final, and we all left the stadium reasonably angry. And it wasn't a great performance, but we didn't set the team right. It looked like we had 5 at the back at one point. It was a shambles, to be quite honest. It was and it was very, very, very frustrating afternoon. And then obviously you look at the pitch and you think, we spent 43 million in the summer. Something has to give. £15 million valuation on Sombalonga. And he isn't really shown that valuation of yet. It's a lot of money for a striker in the Championship. Is it his fault that he was valued at 15 million? Maybe not. But when you see you're valued at 15 million, I'm afraid you've got to do something about it. You know, you've got to show, but you got to show more threat going forward. And don't get me wrong, I mean, he did a lot in that game with Sombolonga, but you know, his touch let him down early on, and he went past a few defenders and whatnot. But you know, you got to be hitting the target of £15 million at least every week, hitting the target. Disappointing game for all fans and everyone related to the club. Is a disappointing game. But this time we've got Bolton, and that's not an easy game. I absolutely dread playing Bolton away. If the truth be told, I never said that before, but that's the truth. Bolton are great at home. You know, they have been over the last couple of years. Yesterday I lost to Leeds and whatnot, first game of the season, but for some reason against us, Bolton play at Brazil. They're really good at home, especially at home against us. I know we've beaten the last couple of seasons, but prior to that, we hadn't won there for since 1980 something. So, you know, they set up well at home against us, and they're gonna expect a lot from us. I mean, we just come down from the Premier League, and they've just been promoted from obviously League One. They're going to play this game with a lot of intent. They're going to bring a lot of attacking threat towards us, and it won't be an easy game. You know, they've got Championship strikers in there that know how to score in the Championship. So, excuse me, but it won't be easy. Obviously, ex-boy David Wheater plays them as well. Obviously, my preview for this game will be coming out later on in a couple of weeks after the international break, or between it, sometime, but probably about the Wednesday before we play Bolton. But yeah, I mean, hoping to be there myself. You guys are going to Bolton, let me know in the comments, but let me know exactly what you think about but obviously let me know what you think about Bolton away. Let me know what exactly you think about Preston. Personally, for me, Preston was a write-off, and we've got to go to Bolton now. We've got to get 3 points, because if we don't, you know, people get worried. People get worried really easily at Middlesbrough. And the one thing that I think idiot comments, so when people are saying Gary Monk, okay, you got to understand that guys come from Leeds, who's they're a totally different setup to what Middlesbrough are. They play different, the tactics are different style of play. He's trying to whip Middlesbrough, he's trying to get our best 11 sorted. Now, when I see people when I'm leaving the stadium saying Monk out, Pearson in, I just think idiots, deluded fans. Give the guy time. I love Monk. I'll be honest with you, I loved him at Leeds. I really wanted him to be Middlesbrough manager, and when he got named Middlesbrough manager, I was buzzing, because he's the man to take us forward, in my opinion. When you look at the Championship, you look at managers, yeah, maybe some great managers there, but look what he did with Leeds. Yes, okay, he just got outside the playoffs, but he still got them up there. And I have no doubt in my mind that Middlesbrough will be up there this season. Hopefully go up as champions, that's what I'm hoping. Now, a lot of great teams have made great starts to the season. Wolves have played really well so far. Leeds have been up there. Cardiff, who are still top of the league, I think. So these teams, especially Cardiff, have shocked me so far, and I'm sure they do. I mean, obviously, I'm sure the fans are absolutely heaven coming towards the end of the first month of the season. And they're top of the table, so you know it isn't too shabby. You know, if you're a Cardiff fan or if you're a Wolves fan, being in them top 2 places. And obviously we're pretty low down the league, and it's not really where many Brother fans expected us to be. You know, and I've seen the players leaving the car park on Saturday evening, and they all had their heads down. Like, none of them really felt great, and you know, I don't want to see that. You know, the players don't want to feel that, and the important thing for us is that, you know, every single game we just get behind the lads like we've been doing, and we've got to push them off the line. You know, we don't want to spend another season in this Championship. You know, we want to be up there whereabouts we belong, and that is in the Premier League. And you know, I let all my frustration out on the Brother Fan TV. So if you haven't seen my Brother Fan TV interview, go and check that out. But yeah, I'm just hoping and praying that against Bolton, Monk goes back to the three that, you know, just back to the first formation he had, because that worked wonders. Guster and Bamford linking up well. Braithwaite should be back soon. Be interesting to see how he comes into the team. And I see a lot of transfer speculation regarding Gusted. Obviously, we saw the manager's interview. If you didn't see it, he was talking about, you know that he may put another bid in for him. Braithwaite's coming back. Do we need Gusted? I personally thought he was ghosting around against Preston. I didn't think he did much. You can say he's an aerial threat, but you know, if you're going to get around 9 million for Gusted, if you like, would you sell him on? Let me know in the comments. And I'm seeing another one about Traore. Now, Traore, I have a lot of time for that player. I think he's a fantastic talent, and I think he can only get better. Obviously, he's working on his final ball now into the box. The source comes from Andy Campbell. Now, not to call any players out or call anyone a liar or whatever, I've been told today at work Andy Campbell was a source on Twitter that said Traore refused to play on Saturday. Now, when I see something of this sort of nature, and if it is true that Traore refused to play in Saturday's game, that winds me up the most. No player is bigger than the club. No player. If you play for the badge on the front, we will remember the name on the back. Hence why Janino gets remembered. Ravanelli, Emerson, great, Mannion. These great players because they played for Middlesbrough now. And I mean, like, they played for us. They literally wanted us. They played for Middlesbrough. And we remember them players. As for Traore, we obviously took him from Spain, brought him to England, showed him the English game, if you like, and then he's refusing to play. Now, I've seen him going to Nice, is it Nice, from France for £9 million. Now, if you're refusing to play, I'll see you later, is how I see it. Get out. There's the door. Just shut it on your way out, because no player is bigger than this football club. No player. We can have the best players in the world, but if you're refusing to play, then on your bike, pretty much. I'll see you later. Actually, I won't see you later. Just goodbye. Be disappointed if that's what Traore's done. Because obviously, Karanka spent a lot of time with him. Us fans put up with him quite a bit. So I'd be very disappointed if that's what he's done. But if that's what he's done, as I say, it's goodbye, because you can't do something like that and then expect the fans to still get behind you. Yeah, I know Downing did it. I think he did it. Obviously, he showed a gesture against Liverpool, but I think that's because everyone was getting on his back. And then he's allowed to talk to another club and whatnot. Traore, silly move to do. This early in the season, a silly move to do whatever. But if he hasn't refused to play, say if he's done that behind, obviously in secret or whatever, or between him and the clubs, and he's moving there, then all right. Then obviously nothing we can do. But when fans find out that he may have refused to play, then it becomes a serious issue with the fans, and that's when you're disliked by Borough fans, because you can't do that. Simple. You cannot refuse to play for this football club and then expect to be liked, because the chances are you won't be. Or should I say, 100% you won't be liked if you refuse to play for Middlesbrough Football Club or any club. So if he's done it, silly boy, because no matter what you do now, you may fear of getting booed. It may affect your confidence, but Borough fans won't like you, and that's just as simple as it is. Any fan in the world, if you refuse to play for their club, I'm sorry, but it's your career with that team is over no matter what you try and do. I hope it isn't true, and I hope he was ill or something, or picked up a niggle in training. But if it is true, then what more can I say apart from no players bigger than this football club. But yeah, I just hope he hasn't done that, and I hope he does stay, because I think he'll play dividends in this championship this season. His pace, last 20 minutes if he came on, I think he's a game changer. So yeah, for me, I would say is Downing, it doesn't look like he's going no more to Birmingham. Shot him, we don't know what's going on with him. No idea what's going on with him. I'm also saying, I think Adam Flint. If you guys know Adam Flint, I'm pretty sure he's a Bristol City captain. Chances are, I've heard that he's turned down a club to maybe consider a move to Middlesbrough. Adam Flint I rate highly, but let me know in the comments whether you think he'd fit in the team. Obviously, we've got Fry, we've got Gibson. Maybe Fry, maybe turn out for Flint if he does come for that captain, sort of experience. But I'm pretty happy with Fry and Gibson, and for me, them two at the back are solid and they're having solid performances, keeping clean sheets and whatnot. So yeah, for me, them two shouldn't need to be moved. Obviously, Fry's got a lot of confidence now being called up to the England team, so I'm buzzing for him. Yeah, buzzing. Gonna hopefully try and get to England and Scotland game to see him play. But yeah, we talk about the weekend. We talk about the North East teams that we just did. And talk about Middlesbrough. And that's it. Bolton's coming up. We gotta get 3 points there. No questions asked. Obviously, ex-boy David Wheater plays for them. He obviously want to play against us. And I think the last time he did play against us, I think he gave away a penalty at their place. So, we've got to make sure we go there with a game plan, and we've got to set up well, and we've got to go for the win. I think actually Borough fans are sold out the top tier. If you start at the bottom tier, there'd be about 5,500 Borough fans there. Be mental, the atmosphere, be absolutely crazy, and surely that would be enough to pull the boys over the line. I hope you guys are going, so you guys let me know. But international break, I hate the international break, truth be told. I just think, it knocks our season. We can't go to our next game on the weekend. We have to wait for the international break. And off to England aren't great. So, and obviously Gibson isn't in the team, so it isn't great. But that was another point I wanted to say. Ben Gibson left out of team. Man like Harry Maguire gets in. If Harry Maguire's still at Hull, if obviously we know he isn't, he's at Leicester now. But if he's still at Hull, does he get an England team? Or does he just get an England team because he's playing for a club that once won the Premier League and now a Premier League status? You guys let me know in the comments. I hope nobody comes in for Gibson. I hope we can just keep the team as it is. Obviously, if we want to bring reinforcements in, crack on. Bring in Flint. He's not a bad defender. He knows the experience of playing the captain role. As a Braithwaite, he's coming back from training. Well, he's coming back from injury. Obviously, we know he got that nasty hamstring injury at the start of the season, which obviously ruled him out for about 6 weeks. So hopefully he can be back in for Bolton and gives a burst of life on the wing. Gusted, we're seeing, could be leaving to Leeds. Do you think he should go? I say all these transfers, it's going to happen around the last couple of days. Personally, I'm happy with the team. But if you bring people in, bring people in. I really want us to knuckle down and train after the international break and go to Bolton and put on a performance for the fans and just for everyone associated with Middlesbrough Football Club. Hopefully we can go out and get the win. My preview will be out the Wednesday before we play Bolton. Sorry this video was so late. It's like 10:15 now, so I do apologise. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this sort of North East talk about what happened at the weekend and the transfer talk. You guys have a good rest of your Monday night, and I will see you guys again soon. As for me, A.J.T, up the butter.